that. We talked about how he plans to contain Devin Booker, and Coach said first, we got to be on him at all times, and second, we can't let him get favorable matchups. He needs our best defenders on him, trying to work over screens and stay on top of Booker. That's the name of the game here, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Booker looking around. Tries a 10-footer. Offensive rebound. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
People first think of Booker as an outside shooter, but he does a lot of his work in the lane.
Here's Money. Booker defending.
Suns foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Fires the three. Money with the bucket. Money's got 5 points.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You look at the Spurs, they've been outstanding halfway through this season, looking cohesive and playing for one another. And of course there's the Suns, just need to keep fighting.
Right now for the Spurs, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
And Booker's got the ball here for the Suns. They trail by 1. And he drives in. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4". Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
San Antonio leading by 3.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. You know, in today's day and age of basketball, big men who can shoot it from outside are so valuable. Here are some of the best outside shooters from that position this season. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
Big men who can stretch the floor come at a premium. He's a poster child for that.
To the middle. Davis down low, covered by Wembanyama. Simons passes to Booker. Clock at 6. And count it. Now 4 for 9.
So lethal from the mid-range. Booker's just one of those guys that can hit you at all 3 levels.
Timeout called, the Spurs. You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring, but how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional quote-unquote point guard.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Simmons drives in, shoots over Griffin, and that one's good. Simmons.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Hawkins. Buries it from 3. It's a tie ball game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Money. 35 points his last game.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Griffin slams it in.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Here's Money. He's got 10. Pass to Walsh. Shoots over Bridges. And San Antonio again with a bucket.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
The Suns have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. Shot and game clock separated by 5. George finds Griffin. Simmons brings a double team. Hawkins. The rebound by the Spurs.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Money. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Spurs out in front, up 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the
18.
both teams changing it up here. San Antonio trailing here. And so in the game for the Suns. Williams is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's A.J. Griffin. Then there's George. And it's Bridges in at the 4. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Pelicans really lit up the floor. He dropped 35 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Booker with it. Guarded now by Williams. And Mark Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Back to Booker. Outside, Williams. 5 to shoot. Bridges against Hartenstein. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Spurs lead by 4. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them. And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Phoenix calls timeout. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
And with balloting underway, a chance to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting.
Well, it's so interesting to see where the players stack up right now.
He's been raking in the votes, landing him at number 3 in the Western Conference.
A lot of hard work this season earned him that spot. And the fans who voted for him will be thrilled to see him be a starter.
And what a night it'll be. We'll keep you updated on the latest results during voting. Suns trail by 6. And now the Suns fast break. Back to Booker. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. To end the drought. Hartenstein pulls it in.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Here's Money. Connects from downtown. Money's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to George. Back to Griffin. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Simmons. First personal foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for the Suns.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
And so he hits both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
San Antonio leading by 7. Here's Money. 19 points in the game. And there's another one for the Spurs.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
Here's Booker. Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so the San Antonio Spurs closing out this
The Suns. 38.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year's to all of you as we continue our broadcast. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Then there's Castle, then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Money in at the point guard position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Booker no good.
If they just continue to dominate the Bulls.
Wembanyama, pass to Money. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws here for the night. And Booker's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. 11-point game. Their next game is at FedEx Forum in Memphis for a matchup with the Grizzlies. It's the second game of 3 on the road.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Murray's checked in for the Suns. Hawkins comes in for Booker. San Antonio leading by 9.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Back to Simons. Here's Hawkins. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. He shoots it, 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Pass to Money. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Money's got 27 points. Suns trail by 13. Phoenix calls timeout. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. We've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Both teams deciding.
Substitution on the court.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter here. Drops in the 3.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half, now nails another.
Pass to Booker. Outside, Williams. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Money. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Now here's Booker. He's guarded closely. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Here's Money. Booker defending. Money with the bucket.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. San Antonio on top, just dominating this one. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Griffin, and it's Pollard in at the 4 slot. Griffin's shot is off. The Spurs shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Here's Money. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Driving in. Matson's shot is off. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Fighting down low, big fella Johnson with some hustle points.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Peterson. Lets it go from 11. Here's Pollard. Johnson with the defensive effort. From behind the arc. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And Graham with the 65 games rule for player. Here's Money. Nails it from beyond the arc. Money's got 45 points.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
It's turned into a showdown here, dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Money misses. And it's Murray with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Here's Booker. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Booker's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Spurs.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Money.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Here's Booker. And another basket for Phoenix.
All Booker needs is a little bit of room, and the moment he gets it, he pulls up.
Here's Money. Booker defending. Here's Money. That 3's off the mark. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lets it go from deep. Booker no good. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Here's Money. And again. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Here's Booker.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. you best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is